we were going to talk about maybe sour beers today, but I guess I'll just touch briefly. So these compounds are not produced by Brettanomyces, which is that wild yeast strain. They are produced by bacteria. So all that sour that comes in beer is not from Brettanomyces. It comes from Lactobacillus. It comes from Pediococcus. And they are created through fermentation, just like alcohol is created through fermentation. Fermentation is just a chemical process. The lactic acid, that's that desirable taste in sour beers. So Oarsman is a good example. You've got that light, refreshing lactic acid taste. It's just it's more refreshing. It's not as, I don't know, astringent as vinegar is. The thing you'll have to know the most for the Cicerone exam is acetic acid, and it's where it comes from is basically it comes from bacteria or it comes in dirty draft lines. That's what you'll need to know for the exam. They don't really go into lactic acid in the level 2. It's good to know where it comes from, but you won't necessarily need to know it. I guess side note, sour beers, Brettanomyces produces alcohol, but it also produces, because it is a yeast, produce a lot of those weird funky flavors. So that's where all that barnyard and earth and all that comes from in sour beers. It's all from Brettanomyces. Sourness, bacteria, earthiness, Brettanomyces. I wasn't going to make you taste vinegar, so we'll just skip that. Anything on these two?
I think it's worth noting that acetic acid and acetone are two different things, both of which can be prominent in beer if, depending on the source and on the beer, but they're not the same.
Acetone is nail polish, remember?
Yeah.
No bueno. Would you guys like to do the mock exam, or do you want to blind taste some beer first?
Blind taste.
Blind taste?
Palate pressure.
Exactly.
What's that?
Really, mock or palate pressure.
Votes for the mock exam. Okay. Are you're doing this, are you?
Yeah.
Can I have a give me a hand, please?
Yep. Maybe.
I didn't let you see that.
No, it should be. Do we need fresh cups?
Wait for this.
Yeah, no, but how many do we use?
We're doing 4.
Okay.
Third coast of base beer?
No, base beer is longer the legs for making it easy.
There you go. You got, this insane person wanted to do Oberon originally. Wanted to do Oberon as your base beer.
I think it makes it easier for the actual exam.
Sure.
How many cups do we need?
4. Well, that will be base. I can't.
Are there 4 off flavors and a concept, or 3 off flavors?
One's the first. There's a control and 3 possible flavors.
Wait, so why do we need?
I would say some more.
One's a control, then there's a control, and then 3 possible flavors.
Yeah, so
That's maybe there's some actors.
on the actual exam,
They will tell you.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
So you'll have the base beer. They will tell you what it is. You will know what the beer that you have to start with is. So they'll say, hey, we're doing Bell's Lager as the base beer. You will have 4 different beers. All or none of them may be spiked. So all of them could be base beer. They won't do that to you, but they could do that. They could all be spiked. From every single person I've talked to, they've all had a base beer, at least be one of them in there. So we're not trying to trick you, but like just keep an open
I
mind.
mean, that one of the ones is the base beer again.
Yes, so you have base beer again.
Yes.
They
did it to us.
Yeah, and one thing to keep in mind of this is like off flavors, we often pick them up initially, but then 10 seconds later, we don't smell them. So definitely rely on your initial first aroma and flavor that you pick up. If you really have to go back to it, like really try and reset your nasal cavity and palate because those off flavors can dissipate. Just like when you walk into somebody else's house, like, oh, this smells like pickles, I don't know. And
Walking in someone's house?
actually, yes.
Walk out?
Joe. Well, then I kinda like this, so this is kinda nice. But, you know, it's like when you live in your own home, you smell your own home, and it doesn't smell like anything new. You walk into somebody else's and it smells different, so, that actually happens really, really fast with our pallets too. What?
Extra rotation in there.
Unable
You can't smoke a
to.
dog in your house, right? Somebody
Oh, sure.
comes in and goes.
That's how you would know.
Never.
That's not how you do it at all.
No, because that's what lands up and then you pour it here.
You play differently than
Did it a little bit harder.
We shove
You're
your ear and
carrying
then you
it.
flip.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
you drink first. then-
Yeah. You're right.
You go small side down.
How do you flip a cup with beer in it?
I thought you flipped it empty, then poured it and chugged it.
No.
No,
I don't play these games.
How does the old man know how to play flip cup?
because flip cup was popular.
Because I was getting.
In the 80s?
Yeah.
I was doing it.
I put a lot of flip games on it.
Yeah. Leave the grandparents out
Flip
here.
all the way back around, does that count?
That's what's really
It still counts.
Yeah, that's easy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the point.
Oh, we.
What are you
Yeah,
doing?
that's
Yeah.
Slide around the way.
You're pretty deep.
Bubbles.
Lit?
Oh, you mean her?
No, no.
There it is.
No, in the episode where,
Oh,
Philadelphia.
I thought you meant like Abby looks like Dee from
No.
Focus.
Kill yourself.
There could be worse people to compare to than
Yeah.
Stevie.
You just said Dave.
Sweet Dave.
You might have said Frank.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You said you
could have been
Frank.
When you flip cup with scum Corona,
When they were hooked on human meat.
I'll take one.
Fantastic. So,
It's like one of 3 good episodes.
yeah, it's because the show's terrible.
It's not terrible, you just, there's
saying
3
rolling
episodes
rush,
just
right?
on repeat. That's all it is.
Wild card. I got the break.
Everybody put their base beer on the left
Yep.
to start. Everybody do that? Okay, we're gonna go from left to
Yes.
right.
Alright,
Yep.
sample number 1 coming in hot.
Yes, sir.
is the Armstrong team doing a thing tonight at the Animal Club?
Dos Equis, yeah.
The Animal Club. Jesus
What is
Christ.
that?
TikTok's doing it.
Probably would be
Craft
your
roast
favorite.
has
yeah, Anderson, how the hell did you not know what the Animal Club is?
So like Dave's hangout, he basically owns the place.
No, my brother worked there for like 8 months.
Sure.
I did see his brother there.
Thank you.
The same thing.
You go to that craft roast.
Yeah, essentially,
ate
so you
TikTok
smoke
lounge,
cigarettes.
tap
They were
tables.
bootlegging Yingling. They were bootlegging Yingling for a couple of years before they got in trouble right before launch.
I tried looking at Noblesville, like account, to see if there's anything that I might want that I might have been starting with my
Sid's bar.
Sid's?
On the square? Is that on the square?
Yeah.
Best deep fried pickles I've ever had.
Yes.
Sid's. Best deep fried pickles I've ever had.
Except for proposal.
Yeah, I-
And
yeah,
then it was Jumpers and then Jumpers closed.
That's right, you may have told me about Jumper.
That's right near my parents' house.
I was trying to get around to, no, there's not.
What's going on here?
Is that Frog Place still open on the,
No, it's closed.
No, it closed in like October.
It made it one summer, and barely.
That place was awful.
Gonna move these.
Lazy Frog.
Who needs their Corona?
I feel like I'm at Harry's with those.
What,
They
22s?
only do giant Corona bottles.
Oh, do they?
Oh, no, they're doing this.
They're doing Dos Equis now.
So everybody got a second sample?
So what's, we got a
Dos
big win
Equis
on
deal
that
with
one.
tequila.
Oh yeah, we don't sell Corona.
So, Mid-America's got Constellation out there. No, I mean, I had a cold, so I'm like kind of hosed.
I think I had the first one. First one's very good.
This is number 2.
It is, yeah.
Take water.
The first one.
It's a locker.
Kevin, are these the levels that you're spiking them at, or are these the levels that we spiked on the test?
These are the levels that you'll find in the test.
I should probably drink some base beer. Or I can't, no, just smell weird shit. I can't smell a damn thing.
This was not your night.
Also, I've been overdosing on Dayquil and Ricola.
Charles makes a good point. Use that base beer as your reference, especially when you go through them. If you really want to go back to them after you're done, Definitely start with that base beer and use that as a reference. I did my keys.
Did Corey get lost?
I don't know what that Corey.
She's dead.
I don't think she exists anymore. I mean,
She might have, might have hung up in Lafayette.
Alright, last one? Okay.
Everybody good on that one?
Misinterpreted traffic.
She found out Abby was coming and was like, nope.
Why would you even say that? She works.
Yeah.
She
Does
needs
she?
D though.
She what?
She needs D, it's always.
Oh, probably. Be alright.
Oh. That's what we start doing. If it's an Abby, then everybody hates her. Just mess with their mind.
Do you want to see me cry again?
Again? What did you do?
I didn't
Charles
even cry.
made me
I did not.
Michigan made her cry.
Alternative facts.
God.
Probably the third coach told me at dinner that they cry.
Charles, where's the rest of that lager that you just opened one in here?
Charles not left the seat.
Charles.
What?
There's beer up there, right?
I don't know. Where'd Evan move the rolling cart to?
Right out the hallway.
It's all in that cart.
Might have some more lager.
It sounded like.
Did we go through 12 bottles already?
Are in the computer.
Yeah, I need 3 bottles per like spike.
That makes sense.
3 bottles per sample.
Yeah.
The part, whatever, how many. So it's like a kit with a chemical that you drop into? the
Yeah.
bucket, right?
Yeah. They're expensive too.
The kits?
Yeah.
$100.
We talked
Oh,
about
there, yeah,
splitting
there.
one a long time ago, this never amounted to anything, so I'm glad we just finally have it.
I have to dig out the email, but Sierra once sent me an email with like a do-it-yourself off flavor kit.
Oh,
that you can,
stuff.
yeah, so like diacetyl, you put on like, basically it's like you can make up your own off flavor kit.
By
at the store.
using this stuff.
Yeah, so you gotta like, you know, diacetyl, you go and you buy like the weird vial of popcorn butter artificial flavoring, which is literally liquid diacetyl, but nice. So I had to dig that out.
I didn't want.
What time are you going up, Justin? What time are you going up Saturday?
Whatever time Knucklehead gets to my house.
Who's not playing, right?
Right.
Are you going, Charles?
You are gonna have to do that, I'm picking him up.
I'm actually gonna give you one more sample too, so you
5.
have the base beer plus
Right.
4 samples.
I knew I needed 5 of that.
5.
When you were calling about how the name was spelled on my license, I thought it was for Louisiana, and I got really excited for a second.
Which way you will have it.
We will have that
We have
actually
dates.
dialed in now.
Yeah,
It's the date that we.
September 8th, 10th, whatever.
we had dates in June.
You want to see me check out?
So,
Yeah. Well, it's fun, because he was out of the office last Friday, and it was just on my list of things, like, I should bother Goose about this, and so I sent Goose that email, and he's like, we have dates. I'm like, oh.
At the same time.
so it is.
I don't know that anybody
Never
else.
confirmed.
I was like, I don't know that anybody else knows that.
So it's at September 8th through 10th.
Yes. Because I was all ready, because I was looking at numbers, and we're still a crap load on Avita, and I was all ready to give him the whole like, hey man, not to be a douche, but we're a crap load, and you have like, did you ask if you could renege?
It actually-
There's a standing offer, because we'll already have 2 hotel rooms. We just gotta get Dad to sign off on it.
Come on, Dad.
Not that Dad, the other one.
The other one. Oh, the one down the hall.
No, one of the black belt shirts.
Hey, Chris.
So cool.
Controls, because I have 4.
I haven't made it to you.
We're gonna play around.
Relax.
Oh, we're gonna do 5 samples.
Oh, just
You'll need
kidding.
one more.
I overreacted.
Oh.
Sorry.
We need more cups.
One more.
Do you guys want to split a 6-liter of Finimon for 7?
Yes.
Dave and I are down.
Got me in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to go order it tomorrow morning.
Fine. I just don't wanna be the one who has to go ask Diana for the favor.
She doesn't care.
And you can ask.
She loves me, so I'll call her.
You need cash for it though, right?
I'll go ahead and let her know. Don't do this.
Can you just pull a sample?
6 in that sample.
Hey, I'm
Gavin, you didn't get rid of that, did you?
Questions to be asked.
They're gonna see that bill back and be like, why did you guys?
You didn't get rid of the last one, did
Did I
you?
not do this for a?
Hey, this is
For
a
a
chance
large
to-
group.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's like
Sorry.
4 times
Okay.
more expensive per ounce.
because that's.
Drink it.
We were able to
Bottle
sample
wine.
it to
This is
literally
first class.
5,000.
Yes, I did.
But it comes
Do
down
we
to.
have
buy
to
that
go through some
temper.
samples?
Can I get part of yours?
Sorry,
I have not drinking any.
I'm sorry.
You had poured it all out?
No, I didn't. Oh, actually, no, here, I
They were
got
the original ones.
Whoa.
You alright?
I'm aware of what that is.
Last one.
Yeah.
Stabbing in the dark.
I've been taking like big sniffs and stuff.
That's like a legal sin.
Big one of that.
I guess I did. I just needed to borrow yours for a second.
Just take my nose in.
Really burned a little bit.
I was thinking we had a 6-liter, we could just walk down and find the people that have pulled their cups out.
I just wanna walk in with the 6 liter over my shoulder.
We need to.
I remember watching a video.
I just wish we had the.
Wait, you can only,
Parrot
you can only walk in with like 108 ounces of beer.
Yep.
We did the
There was a
math.
limit.
We asked
No,
Dave.
we did the math, it's like 20 ounces less.
Well, then
For a 6 liter?
somebody's gonna have to.
Yeah,
Yeah, it'd be a 100 and.
Jeremy and I broke it all down.
Did you?
Yeah,
It'd be like 100.
it's like 14 pints, almost 14 pints.
It's 202.8 US fluid ounces.
And I think it's like 222, 248 ounces.
Yeah.
Make sure no one's gonna sit there and do the math.
What if somebody helps you carry?
You showed that,
Split the
yeah,
ounces
this
right in the
guy.
middle?
Yeah, minority.
We're gonna dial it in and.
You bring that in.
Never mind, maybe that's different.
You're it.
Or they're gonna say no right at the door no
And
matter
then we
what.
just drink it
Let me
there.
just stand outside the gate.
Stand outside the
Yeah,
gate.
sure.
Just got welcome.
Was that the
Well,
last one?
What is a 6 liter?
So the new this year-
Is that? what's
This
the-
Jeroboam.
Is that a
I thought
Jeroboam?
it was
We looked it up.
No, the Jeroboams is the 1.5s.
It's,
Or the
it's
3 liters, not the.
Yeah, I
Three
thought
liter
it
Jeroboam.
Methuselah,
Methuselah's
or
a 6
Nebuchadnezzar.
liter.
Methuselah.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
But they're not in the system as Methuselah, so don't worry about it.
Which is a bummer.
That one sticks.
I have no- I'm not trying to
out.
teach you.
I learned that I'm gonna sit for a second.
Change the Jeroboam.
Yeah.
You know, big black dude.
Oh, shit.
This is still real.
Joke's better made.
Where brought turkey?
I did.
Reds,
He's trying to.
It's like licking the inside of popcorn.
Slightly warmer. I think the warmth plays into the.
Yeah, sorry, this one's warm.
You're
Could help you, that more if you drink it.
What is Anderson doing?
making my own koozie.
DMS hive.
A Rolling Rock, Budweiser, Glad.
Coupe Day Trailer Park.
Cuban Day Richmond.
On the test, I think we have 30 minutes to complete this part, 20 or 30. Is it 30? You guys remember? 30? Was it took it recently? I think it's 30 minutes. Oh yeah, I guess there's left. There's an extra portion of this.
Yeah, I think it's, no, it's an hour.
It's at least 20 minutes.
This 3 hours written. No, there's 3 sections.
No recognition of DMS at all.
There's this,
Really?
and then there's like, this beer's either one of
That one
each
jumps out.
things, and there's 4 of those.
Nothing.
You have to like say which one it is. And then there's in theory, this beer was sent back by a special
Yeah, what they did
bartender.
earlier was
Has to decide, one, if it's bad, if it is bad, why is it bad?
I'm super worried. This is what the test is like.
He says, no.
My fear is more
I'm just sitting watching your face.
More what?
Palate
fatigue.
Alright.
Or showing up and being like you two and having more phlegm in my head than
That's what you
anything.
should worry about.
We only have
The
an
tasting
hour,
part's
man.
the first,
Don't-
or the off flavors is the first tasting.
Oh,
section.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would satisfy question. Is this paper all that the tasting portion is?
Get one sheet,
So,
two sides.
80% on this?
What was the other?
And the final 4 questions are 50% of the
Page.
The
No,
sides?
I think it's the other.
No,
And
the final 4.
they do
Oh,
give it to you guys like in these plastic cups. They don't,
They're not-
it's not glass,
Probably
it's not easy.
page,
No,
I don't know. That might
If
not
you're
be
lucky,
this.
you get some nice.
Did you print that out yourself? Oh, okay.
How's everybody doing?
How important is spelling on this?
It's
Counts for
written on the-
100%, you spell it wrong, it's wrong.
That's fun.
I would say try to learn them as close as you can.
Yeah.
They're more concerned, I mean, the Cicerone program in general was started to help craft beer grow and that the quality of craft beer grew. So they're more concerned, do you understand what we're talking about as opposed to can you spell it correctly?
Oh.
6 minutes, how's that sound?
Sounds like a lot of work.
Did you give them the possibilities?
Do we have possibilities of?
Out of everything we went over today, I'm not throwing you any curveballs as far as like, I'm not throwing you isobaric, I'm not throwing you iso on last day. Out of all the things that we went over today, that's all you'll have on the exam anyways.
Yeah.
They will not throw you any weird things.
You gotta run report numbers in the morning. You know it. Be a slight shakeup at the top. So you said.
Just imagine what your numbers would do in 20 tackles.
Yeah.
Good. What I know what I'm doing tomorrow. There's my daily pre-plan. Gonna be here all goddamn day.
When our routes change, how will that affect our like grids and everything?
It'll just affect the account base that your numbers are drawn off of.
Okay.
So
Prepare to get a lot more.
you got a lot of shit to do tomorrow, dude. Yeah. I've been in market all 4 days this week.
I'm ready
Prepare to get a less.
I normally.
Kenny was out working with you.
Good time.
It was a good time.
Usually.
I always like when Kenny goes to market
I
because,
opened
loose
up
stuff.
the can, just looked
well,
at
not
it.
so much that, it's just that,
I like the different set of eyes, honestly. Like,
yeah, his perspective.
Yeah.
Well, and just, it's an outsider's perspective, like it's somebody who knows beer, but they don't necessarily know what, so like it's good because I feel like yesterday, like he kind of agreed with a lot of our like overarching complaints that we had talked about in meetings, and so like actually having a day where he sees these was productive.
Because right now I have.
So, you know, we were in an account yesterday where they did want 5 liters, but they had 3 facings of fatheads and an entire shelf of Avery that he flat out told us he had sold none of. But he doesn't want 5 liters because he doesn't have space. It's like, what?
Here's your space.
What?
So you're seeing it in off-premise Avery and stuff out there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
not
do
moving
see
at all.
Avery.
The grounds are already like full shelves already.
Yeah.
I think it's fun that Ellie's isn't here.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I haven't been in before.
What'd you say?
Ellie's isn't in the set.
That's ridiculous.
Ellie's Brown from them?
Yeah, it's El Goza, it's White Rascal, it's Mahajara, it's.
Maharaja?
Maharaj now.
What's
Mahajara.
the other IP?
Oh, and then the,
They have IPA, and
Uncles.
they have the, no, I've been seeing the.
Don't they have the
it's a
Hawaiian
wine
series or whatever?
Hawaiian beer.
White Rascal, yeah.
That's such a good
One.
one.
those are the 5 that I've seen. I've not seen.
I saw.
6-pack format.
John's got like the only case of.
Maharaja's fours.
Oh, yeah.
John's.
4-pack cans.
No 750s.
Uncle Sam's, Uncle Jacob's.
No 750s.
Not that I've seen.
No, Ellie's, that's
Oh,
wrong.
69,
No, I think
so they
they're
do.
I think they're
Like foil top.
That's like bringing Sweetwater up.
They're 12s. 12 ounce.
The apricot and raspberry.
Oh, the sours might be.
Or 22 ounce, yeah.
This one is okay.
He was doing that 18 pack you wrote about.
Rev.
Rev, I couldn't find the email. I haven't
Rev, any word on those guys? Or did they say anything? No? How'd your inroads talk to them?
They're gonna send us things to taste.
You were on 21st. Or was that just kind of like,
Blah, blah, blah IPA
let's
is
hope it
awesome.
happens?
So blah, blah, blah IPA is awesome.
What's that?
One for the 21st.
I think we tried that.
Yeah, that beer
was
is
good.
Did I give up on
Was
this?
that one we tried, right?
Yeah, I think there was in that 15.
Is Peterson, I ever expressed interest in coming here? They're all over.
I don't know.
Oh, hope somebody hit the right button.
You have to hit it again, stand by mode one more time, trying to get that goes with it though.
Yeah.
Any chance I can get.
You got any connections at Great Lakes? See there,
I don't want
Feel this. I don't have any connections to Great Lakes.
We'll have them.
Yeah.
Sure Scammer won't scoop that up.
What happened to that?